Sierra Leone Commercial Bank is celebrating 50 years of committed service.
Commercial Bank has been like my baby. I'm 65 now, so if 40 years of it have been spent at Commercial Bank, then all of it, I should say, was SLCB.
The bank has been able to forge ahead because of the leadership and discipline.
The Sierra Leone Commercial Bank was established and started operations in 1973 as the very first Sierra Leonean bank. As would have been expected, its early days were very challenging. Mrs. Daisy Scott Boyle is one of the founding staff members of the bank, and she remembers what it was like.
On my return home in 1972 from the United Kingdom, where I studied ICSA, I came back and I was hoping to get a job at the Bank of Sierra Leone. But and then one day I could clearly remember I was walking down Gloucester Street aimlessly when I met the late Musa Suma, and he inquired after me what I was doing. And I told him I was still waiting to be employed. And then he informed me that a commercial bank was about to be opened. The bank started at Walpole Street, Roxy Building. I started off even helping out to type the invitation cards that were sent out for the opening ceremony. And then, because of the closure of the Interbank in those days, and it happened that Sierra Leone Commercial Bank was going to the same building, a lot of people were very skeptical. Even some of my family members were skeptical of me even accepting that job. And it was trying, because there are times when we just sit around and you could see us, most of us, looking at when the door is open, thinking that as the customer is coming, we're all excited that somebody has come into the bank. So that was how we started. And I could say I was the one who actually went to Lunge, me and Mr. Jamina, to collect the first checkbooks that we used. In those days, checks were being printed by Bradbury Wilkinson in England. That building soon became small for us. We moved the administration head office up to the top of Roxy Building, I think the last floor of Roxy Building. And then they were looking around for a piece of land, exactly. So eventually when the bank got that piece of land, if you think that the bank started in 1973, that building was completed and used in April 1980. Then, at a cost of 5 million leones, which was $5 million then. It was 1-to-1 then.
The Sierra Leone Commercial Bank is an institution where hard work and innovation is rewarded. George Taylor joined the bank as a clerk and rose to become managing director.
At Jala branch, that was where I did a book on the role of how to run a branch using a typewriter with 2 fingers, because we were being taught from person to person. Then as a young man, I said we should have something documented which everybody should follow. And that was the first instruction manual in the bank, which I did and submitted it to my manager, then Mr. Jomo Macaulay, which is sent to the head office. And that was where Mr. Mara, now passed away, he was the company secretary at that time, saw this young man as somebody intelligent enough. And that's why I got my first promotion as accountant at the branch. I had my holidays. In fact, I went for my brother's wedding in America, and the same day Johnny Paul took over. We were in America for 13 months. I was forced to do information technology because every job I applied for in America, they wanted us to be au fait with information technology. So I started with Excel, Word, Visual Basic. I did programming on my own. I have no certificate on it. And then when we came back, the bank had a problem to pay savings interest. They could not do the current system. I wrote a program and they were able to pay interest. Then Sayo Kanu said, what's this man finding in banking? He has to go into information technology. And that's how I headed the information technology. I became the senior manager at the information technology department. Right. Then we brought in ATMs from the time Mr. Kake came in. They needed connection from the ATM to the banking software to pay customers. I, again, had to do it on my own volition, And that was how I got promoted, in fact, to Director Information Technology. So it's been an effort, and currently one system the bank is using up to now, which I also developed in the bank, we call it Saloon Link. It's been there for the past 10, 15 years. They are still using it. I was acting managing director. Then Idris Kamara was brought from Standard Bank, and he left after 1 year, and the government then made me managing director of the bank.
Usman Bari started as a mechanic and rose to be chief driver.
Then take me as
I was employed as a mechanic and later become a driver. Since I got employed in 1981, I've never involved in an accident. I've never destroyed any vehicle of the bank. I've never had an argument with my colleagues. So, the management thought it fit to promote me to chief driver. I am so lucky. The current managing director has promoted me to clerk, grade 3.
This managing director will get so they don't come promote me back from chief driver now to clerk, grade 3.
From its humble beginnings, the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank has not only survived, it is today the largest commercial bank in the country, providing innovative banking services to Sierra Leoneans, supporting the private sector, and contributing immensely to national development. The bank celebrated its 50th anniversary in 2023 with a series of activities, including Muslim and Christian Thanksgiving services, market visitations and float parade, customer awards, staff awards, and establishing a Hall of Fame to honor past managing directors and pioneer staff members. Junisa Farmer is the secretary of the 50th anniversary committee.
The Sierra Leone Commercial Bank has played a significant role in the socio-economic development of Sierra Leone. Firstly, the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank is 100% owned by the government of Sierra Leone, and whatever we generate as profits is paid back as dividend, and the bank has paid dividends over the years to government, which has been used to provide basic amenities for Sierra Leoneans. The bank has also contributed towards providing buses for the blind school. The bank over the years has built administrative blocks for the Jala University at the Tuama campus. The bank, as you know, sponsored Leone Stars in the last AFCON tournament. The bank also supports other organizations as part of their corporate social responsibility. The bank also provides loans for customers.
The Sierra Leone Commercial Bank has over the years supported many small-scale businesses and enabled them to grow. Mr. Ajilu Jallo is proprietor of one such business.
I have been a customer of the bank since 1983. Since I have been a customer of the bank, there has been no problem. They have never given me any problem, and I have never given them any problem. At times when we import our goods, we need some financial help to clear the goods from customs or pay government taxes. The bank will facilitate loans to me, after which I pay back. They have trust in me, and I also have trust in them. There is a very strong relationship between us.
After 50 years of existence, what plan does the bank have for the future? Yusuf Usila is the current managing director.
The future is digital. So we have a couple of challenges. One is to keep our non-digital loyal customers, taking them through digitization of the bank and pushing ourselves into the non-unbanked with the digital products. So that's what it is. It's the future is digital. We want to bring banking to your mobile phone. We want to bring banking to your sitting room. You need to be able to get banking services in Freetown, in McKinney, in Kenema, in the United States, wherever you are. That's the future for banking.
The bank is strategically scattered around Sierra Leone, and we intend to go global. We need to showcase Sierra Leonean brilliance in the banking industry. So the bank has a strategic focus in going beyond the borders of Sierra Leone in the next 50 years. In the next 50 years, the bank seeks to increase the employment rates within the country by helping government to reduce unemployment. If I'm not mistaken, the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank is one of the highest employers in the banking industry. So the bank, with its strategic focus, is poised to take the Sierra Leonean population to the next level of banking.